Hi, good morning. I'm Jeff Hubbartt. I'm with First Energy, home based in Akron, Ohio. Our table two is something up here to talk about facilitating an investigation. But I got to tell you, that first group, I don't know if ours is going to be quite as good as a best practice as theirs, but I'll consider it a good practice. A couple of tools that we used when I was doing these investigations for First Energy was we had not a response team, but we had dedicated rooms that were set up for doing investigations. So when an incident did happen that management was going to spend the time and resources to do this on, there was a space or a spot where the lead investigator and team could go to immediately and have the tools and materials and things that they were going to be able to do the investigation under. So we thought that helped out a lot in getting things going. But the other one I wanted to talk about was a sponsor. And you've probably heard this in some of the sessions over the last couple days and this week. Management-wise, we thought it was a really good tool to have a sponsor assigned to the team. It was not a low-level management individual, more in the director, VP range from the site location that was assigned as our owner sponsor of that activity. Why that was good for us is talk about knocking down barriers to get resources. When you're throwing a team together, we tried to have it where anybody on the team, that was their job until the investigation was done to the greatest extent possible. So this high-level management individual helped secure those resources from your other organizations. The other thing that was good with that particular individual on helping you out, it allowed the investigative team to do the investigation. That person, because we met at the end of each day to brief and debrief, that person would go to the meetings and stuff in the morning and keep the rest of the management team updated and knowledgeable, and let the investigation team do what they needed to do and not have to take time away from that. The other thing that the sponsor was good for, sort of like a pre-job brief. When the investigation first kicked off, after the first initial data was gathered and what have you, the team would meet, we'd be briefed, and we'd document what the incident was, what we're going to call the incident, and we'd also document and agree upon what the problem statement was going to be. And we'd identify the tools and techniques, try to identify the people we're going to interview, and it sort of prepared a plan and a roadmap that you could keep you focused and not get too far diversified along the way. So it kept the investigation going, and that was our best practices.